the fuck are you hugging me? I don't know you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's great.
We're streaming now.
Absolutely. Thank you.
No more trauma.
Everyone's so talking
We don't have a starting screen, so
Stop talking about
it's
it.
going to be going into it.
Bubbles gone. This is post Bubbles, you guys. I'll move your lives.
The pretty blocking out the sun.
Post Bubbles.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to an all new episode of SCNS Live, the super cool nerd show. And things have changed. If you haven't noticed,
Just a little bit.
it's
Just a little bit.
we have made some set. We've made some set changes. I had to figure out which camera I was talking to. But welcome, everybody.
My
this is-
absolute dude.
This is our new. Like, you're
A
just happy that
well-owned
the set has changed.
I'm so happy.
It was their idea, and I have become. I am not accepting of it. But anyway, yet
It was very awkward.
It's
evening.
growing- it's
there was
growing
one very
on me.
awkward evening, I will say.
this show barely happened. I thought it was just going to be me and them. But anyway, I am Jason X. Thank you guys for joining us out there in the super cool nerd nation. But I don't do this thing alone. To my right, it's Cass.
Hi, I'm here. My voice will continue to sound like I've been smoking cigarettes. I can't explain it.
Because, yeah, like I said, once again, this show almost didn't happen this week. Behind the board, twisting knives, making everything look good and sound great. It's Cora.
Hello, I will also sound like I may have smoked a bunch of cigarettes.
I don't know why everybody sounds off. Anyway,
Yes,
this
you
will be one of those shows where we have guests on, and we're happy tonight to be joined by the five-sided Fates. Guys, thanks for coming over. How do y'all enjoy the couch?
So
You like the couch?
enthusiastic.
Is the couch working for y'all?
It's comfy. Now that
honest,
I can sit like
just-
this
yeah.
is good.
Be honest, Joe.
Yeah.
Be honest.
You like sitting in the crack, don't you?
I like sitting in the crack.
Yeah.
I like the color, and I like that I can gesture with my shoes.
I like that I got
Oh,
the thing to
You
put
got
my
the
legs
pillow?
on. Because if I can't put my legs up on it, I have to have,
You also got the tank, so
yeah,
okay.
I'm just elbowing it.
I don't
Sorry.
know. I've hit it.
That is
You
it.
needed a comfort tank.
I
like
did.
we all
I
do.
did.
Yes, we all need a tank.
Mhm.
Anyway, yes, so guys, y'all have been up to so much since we had you on the show last. We talked about FateCon, the nice RPG con that's coming up, and we're all excited. But while y'all were here, you didn't mention y'all were going to do a Kickstarter.
Well,
We weren't back then.
did we? Were we? Had we not even talked about
There
it
was
back
no
then?
decision back then?
Yeah, we
So
didn't know. We were like,
It's
yeah, we
October.
should do it. Maybe
Yeah, I think that was before it. Yeah, I think that was before, because like the con, which happened by accident, this Kickstarter happened by accident.
Oh, but speaking of which, I'm sorry.
Did you trip over something?
I did, and then I suddenly, I typed the whole Kickstarter in and hit go.
Yeah.
Please introduce yourselves for anybody that doesn't know who you are, by the way.
Oh, hi, I'm Casey, or Kyrie Celeste on the interwebs.
I'm
I don't know
blasted.
why I said that so scared.
Like, fearful Thursday evening day list. Is anyone else's Spotify playlists just absolutely unhinged
Always.
for the day list?
I don't like to talk about it because I get called out every single time.
Steampunk Goblin Core.
That was today.
That was normal.
I got
You didn't introduce yourself.
She
You just-
did, but I talked
I'm
over her,
sorry.
so
Oh,
she'd
she
go
did it
again.
Blast and Astrid.
Or just Astrid.
Or just
the
Astrid.
beginning word is an
I don't know.
adjective and not her name.
I'll blast.
No.
You know,
No.
I'd be blasted.
You're not Miss
No, Miss Blasted is her mother.
This is going to be a great show. A great
I'm
show.
Jerry.
Hi, I'm a normal person with a normal name.
human. I use my real name on the internet. Little Joe Bear 47 on the internet since 1996.
There we go.
You've been on the internet since 1996?
I'm old.
Yeah.
I was alive
Yeah.
in 1996,
Barely.
guys.
I
Oh, yeah.
was I. Did the internet exist?
Did you put the 56K
Yes.
modem in your parents' computer too?
No. I went to my friend's house who had a computer
Oh,
and used
okay.
hers.
Her
to start
AOL.
Yeah, to start.
And- What? Hi.
Hi.
What did you do on the internet in 1996?
There were chat rooms on
There
AOL.
were chat rooms
And
when I was
websites.
way too young.
What?
You chatted. You got on AIM Messenger.
Yeah,
and
you
waited for
chatted-
your
I
crush
did
to
that in
also
2002.
Thank
But
you.
like
Yeah.
1996 is
Yeah,
the
it
whole
was-
other
I went to
story.
Ohio
There was
for
just
my
like
main
one
push.
chat room that
Like
just like
one
the whole
ultimate
internet
forum.
was.
But the internet was only
Right.
75 people. so
Yeah,
it's
and it
fine.
was
Yeah,
just
so
a
it
bunch
wasn't
of
big
And we
old
knew
men finding out you were a little girl and sending
Oh.
you naked pictures of
Lovely.
themselves.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but wait,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's-
I
even
love
back then.
Internet.
There was no children-friendly spaces back then.
No.
The internet's
We're getting
better
back to those
now.
days.
I
Yeah,
really
do we
don't-
have those now?
I do want to say something real quick. I really don't know how to feel that I'm looking at like our current viewers and it shot up when you mentioned old men on the internet.
Oh no! Oh no!
It's like Beetlejuice, but
Yeah.
you have to say it once.
It's like no viewers, and there was just a spike of like 6 people.
No.
Hey, at least ask your Twitchers back.
Ban those people. Anyway.
No WikiFeet today.
I'm not ready for WikiFeet. No, thank you.
So thank you for the introduction, by the way, to several things, but I want to talk about this Kickstarter that was moderately successful. It was a little bit
It's still going.
A little bit successful. We have 3 days left. 3
Yes,
days left
3
officially.
days left.
And I mean, I backed it
You
because
were at number 1.
Yeah, I think
Which
you
I'm
were
proud of.
first
You
back,
beat
yeah.
me, and I told you about it.
she was literally talking to me,
You
and
were
I was like, "Really?" And I read 2 paragraphs and said, "Buy." Like, I want this thing.
not just buy, but like custom character buy.
Well, that's more. I just want to support. I want the thing that I want, so that's why I backed it. This sounds cool. Money. There we go. So, but y'all didn't talk about it. So, what was the
Because still haven't talked about it.
It's
It's
called
called
Y'all talk about it enough.
TTRPG.
It's called
Go back to this project.
Hey,
So, what
look
was the-
at this. There you go. It's Speedy RPG. It's a logo. It's got.
Tell
words
us
on
where
it.
this concept started.
So, a friend of ours who runs fantasy-themed events, he wanted us to come out. This was like right after we had kind of done the whole like, we're 5-sided fates now. We're gonna run a TTRPG convention, and he was like, I'd love for you guys to come, have your own room, and run D&D for the event. And I said, cool. What kind of event is it? Like, oh, there's gonna be like 400 people there. And I was like, and you want me to just run D&D for 400 people over the course of like 4 hours? That's
Mhm.
not physically possible. So how can I make that conducive for the 2 of us who were going to be there to do that? And so I literally just like sat at my computer and I was like, how would I want that to, because I'm going to be running it, so how am I going to accomplish that? And I said, well, obviously pre-gen characters, pre-gen items, pre-gen things for them to do. Okay, then I just sat down and started like, well, how would we do that randomly? We'll put them on cards.
Mhm.
And then after like 2 days, I had created Speedy RPG, like not in the intention of like making a card game. It was just like, this is a
That's
tool.
Convenience for our improv. Because
Yes.
when we agreed to do this party, I was like, oh, well, we'll just improv super quick scenarios and people can come in as themselves, or if they're like dressed up, we can like give them a like 1 stat or something.
Yeah.
Hit the thing, charm the thing, outsmart the thing.
Yeah, and,
And so
and we'll
then-
just improv all that. And I'm like, we're not going to just like make up stuff for that long. Like, we're not going to handle that. And so created the card game, ran the event. We legitimately played D&D with like 400 people that night, a
Yeah.
constant stream of people. And
It
we were
was
using
wild.
these cards as just like, draw a character, draw an item, here's the scenario you're in, turtle races, can you get your turtle to be the turtle that wins the turtle
Okay.
race? and you have simple
Classic
stats.
D&D
It's
scenario.
just D20s, like super, the math is very simple. Because tons of those people there were it was not a D&D party. So
It
there
was
were
a
tons of people there
fantasy
that
party.
didn't even know really how to play D&D, what D&D was. So it's like, how can I make it to where a stranger off the street can
Yeah.
understand the concept
Well,
of...
that's a lot of the challenge of D&D. A lot of
Improv
people
play.
are like, I don't know all these numbers and sheets and
I
stats
have a
and
blank
stuff.
character sheet with 85 blanks on it.
Yeah.
What... The rule book is 500 pages long.
Mhm.
How do I do those 2 things? And so yeah, it was meant to be just like a quick and easy way to just like make our night easy. And constantly throughout the night, I was being asked, where did you get? Because I had literally bought cardstock, printed it out on my computer, cut them out with a paper
You
cutter,
made it happen is what you did.
rounded the corners so they felt like cards, and like did, you know, because I'm a graphic designer, so I was like, I can do all that really easily.
Aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, aesthetically pleasing, they look nice. And people were like, where can I buy these? Where did y'all get these from? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I literally printed them on my printer 2 days ago. I didn't, like, it's not really a game for sale. And then
And people were like, well, you should sell this because
Yeah.
this is fun and cool. And also, like, for the people who don't like the math part of D&D, it simplifies
She
it.
pointed at me when she said that. I was kind
Well, you're kind of an idiot.
of- I'm not so Asian, so I'm
Timmy.
laughing from the producer.
going to make it worse there.
But for also the people that like the math part but struggle with the RP part, right? Like, you know,
Sorry, that's
people
not
that
me.
Yeah.
clam up. Maybe it's not anyone in this
It's
room,
me,
but
yeah.
the people are out there, and people at this fantasy party were like, you know, you could see them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what am I supposed to do? Do I do that. And I'm like, you do whatever you want.
Did you see an awakening in them?
Yeah, it's like
this is
when they
awesome.
brighten up and they're like, I want to kill him. You're like, yeah, you
do
kill him. Get him. And it's fun to like see people wake up to the RP side of it too. So really they're improv aids, and that's where they started.
Yeah.
And
then so then the more I thought about it, the more I was like, well then what does it take to make a game? I don't know anyone who's done that. So then I'm like doing research, trying to figure it out. How much does it cost to do this? What would it entail to make it a whole thing? And then I just kind of said, hey, I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm just gonna throw it on Kickstarter.
Freaking love this.
And just do it. Like, what else am I supposed to, I don't know, that's how all things happen in life. You just go
Do it. Hey.
how hard can it be?
just and we were like, well, maybe we'll get enough funding to buy some decks, and it'll be fun. We can sell them at FateCon, and we didn't really expect a ton out of it. And then almost immediately, it got backed all the way.
Yeah, it's
200%.
Yeah.
300%.
How long did it take to actually back?
I think less than 2 weeks. I think 10 days.
Yeah, I think it was like,
Yeah, it was like 10
10
days.
Yeah. And
How did that feel? Like y'all were just watching? Were y'all like
Yeah,
constantly
no, like
watching?
refreshing the page 16 times a day.
It's
Of
part
course
of
you
my
were.
morning routine to check it, and my nightly routine before I go to bed, and every time I go to lunch, and every time I get an email, I'm like, first let me check Kickstarter.
Also, like, Kickstarter sends you 2 emails a day with, like, updates, with, like, let me tell you, some great graphs, some great stats. As someone who loves stats, you get some cool stats. So I was getting, like, 2 emails a day as I'm, like, out doing stuff, and it's like, oh, you have, 6 new backers, and that puts you at this amount, and, oh, you're over your thing, you're at this much % funded, and I'm like, the panic set in when it, like, actually funded, and I went,
oh, we really
I gotta
I'm
start
gonna have
meeting
to
these
make
stretch
this
goals
game.
now.
Interesting. I guess I need to make stretch goals, and then they kept getting hit, and I was like, I need to make more stretch goals. Like, I don't even know what to do anymore. And then now we're at like 500% funded, and it's still going.
Yeah, so I'd say that was successful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
So
most
super
fun
successful,
part,
super fun.
Do we have that in the comments, by the way? If anybody wants to go back it.
the link.
I put what it was.
Okay.
I can put it in the chat though.
Okay, cool. Yes, please.
I do have the Kickstarter up right now to look at the numbers.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's 224 backers at 18,700 or 18K700.
So I guess people actually want
So I
this
guess
game.
people, which like to me is like, oh, I just made this like for my own personal like benefit. It's not really like a game people would purchase
Your
and
benefit.
use themselves, right? But like the more I thought about it and the more like work I put into the expansions, which are the stretch goals and Kickstarter and stuff like that, the more I was thinking of the ways it was useful to people. Because like I got to play it with my mom, someone who classifies herself like not creative, not an improver, not good at that kind of stuff. Like I sat down and played it with her, and she like was good at it. Like it because it's like just enough of like a basis of information that like, no, you are this wizard doing this thing.
I do want to get a little bit more into like what it is, what it offers.
Yes.
Like as somebody that knows very, very little about it, like what am I getting?
Okay, so the base game really just the way it runs is you have 3 decks within the main. It's just cards and a d20. Very simple, no filling out character sheet required. It comes with character. I'll just pull it
Yes.
out. So this secret
This is the thing that I'm getting.
information. This is secret
Big secret.
samples that I've
Okay.
ordered. So also 5-sided fates. I made a cool yellow card just because my favorite color show up.
There are special collectible cards.
There are rule cards that give you just the basic rules of TTRPGs in general and also how to play this one. But also it specifically says do whatever you want because that's the
Yes,
joy
absolutely.
of and that's the
Yes,
all
and.
the, that's all the rules. It's right. It's like 3 cards front and back. That's it. But you get character cards which look like this. I can't even really see that. They say character on them. But they are
We
literally
trust you.
just
My favorite.
our favorite character. Yeah, here
Give me.
have some
Oh,
have
yes.
some random characters.
Okay.
If only we
Um,
could just play it right
Oh,
now.
Oh yeah,
Conveniently
look.
be
That was
So-
happening.
Fine with that.
That
Yeah.
will be this one. Who are you gonna be?
You,
You weren't gonna give her the warlock,
Yes.
really?
But go on.
Oh,
Wow.
sorry. I just wanted someone that was funnier. So the characters, it's literally just a name, a class, 3 stats, heart, mind, and body, which is really just like a condensed version of the 6 stats you would have in like a TTRPG or more than that, and then a very brief description of this character. So the point was like to give you a basis of information about a person you're stepping into the shoes of, but not so much information that you can't improv or be expressive, but you have enough of like, Simba, the librarian. Obviously, he's a lion who works at a library. That's enough basis to do something cool. He's a monk, which means he likes to punch people. That's all the information you need to know to like step into his shoes and do something cool. So you would draw a character card, and then you would also get to draw an item card. So like in this case, there you go. You can have some items.
Please.
Some items.
Give me all the cards. Oh.
The items are also very much.
We have so many items.
Amazing.
Jason, you're cheating.
They're funny
You are
apparently.
cheating.
No,
You can't cheat.
I get all the powers.
And the items would be, it's really, once again, just the name, a brief description of what it does, and a stat, which is just a plus, that you'll, if you use this item in whatever solution you're doing, you'll get to add that number. And then your person who's going to be the game master, the whatever master of, the person who's running the game. I'm just throwing cards on the ground.
Okay, can I just read, please, this, I got the Wand of Glitter.
Love the Wand of Glitter.
Which,
Love that for you.
no, listen to this. Glitter helps you cover up the blood, but you'll never get your security deposit back on your dungeon.
Be glitter.
I need to read all of these cards immediately.
So,
They're all deeply unhinged.
This is...
because I wrote some of them, and I'm sorry.
I spent my money so
some of
well.
them are
I'm so
Just for
happy.
that one card.
and then you'll also have the person kind of facilitating the game will draw the scenario card, and that is your like 3 sentences of what adventure you're about to go on. So like in this situation, I drew the turtle races because it's one of my favorites, and it's literally just, it's that time again, time for the annual turtle races. Last year, you were sadly defeated by your arch rival Fandor, but this year you're ready for revenge. All the turtles are lined up and the race is about to begin. How will you secure victory for your turtle? And then you literally just play a TTRPG for like 5 minutes, however long it takes for you to accomplish or fail.
Or fail.
At your
Failure
task.
is fun.
Failure is fun.
So
Everyone loves to
let's
fail.
say I'm a new player. I pick this up, and I start a game. How quickly can I get through one?
Literally 5 minutes or less, or longer, and that's like the joy of it is like how fast can you win a turtle race? You could probably do it in 2 rolls. You can say, I want to do this, roll for it, succeed or fail. Okay, what about this? Roll, succeed or fail. You did it in like 3 or 4 minutes.
And then you shuffle the cards and do it.
Yeah, you shuffle the cards, you can draw a new scenario, you can draw new characters, you can draw new items. Maybe halfway through the scenario, you pick someone's pocket, you get to draw an extra item. Maybe you make an arch rival and we get to draw another character that the person running the game gets to play against you. Like, all of it, that's very much the point, is it's just a facilitator for fast improv chaos.
And you can keep going if you want. Like, if we all get really attached to our characters and say a romance forms or a rivalry
Between-
forms.
Jimothy and the Ocean Princess, she would never.
She would never stoop so low.
Literally,
She would Jimothy.
Remember
Which-
that, internet, because I'm romancing Jerry in this scenario.
So I got the wizard here, an awkward halfling with a briefcase, just trying to get to his teaching job, or is he secretly the BBEG?
And his name is
Absolutely.
The professor of college.
Professor of
College.
College?
I thought that was a title.
No,
Oh,
that's his
just
name.
in the
No,
worst way
name.
possible.
He had a name. That's just.
I love this.
He said, I'm a professor. And you said, of what class? And I stumbled. I couldn't think of a class fast enough. And I just said, college. And you guys said, the professor of college? This guy's secretly the bad guy. He has to be.
It's like how this show's name came about. Anyway,
Yeah.
this is great. Okay, so in 10 days, it's funded. Just what was the excitement after like you cleared the number? Y'all just like call each other and just like
Yeah, we were like constantly message each other in the group chat. Like,
Here we go,
we
here
got
we go.
one more. Oh, we got one more. Oh, 2 more people back. And of course, like I get to see the names of all the people. So some of them, it's like, oh, I know exactly who it is.
We knew you were our first back.
Yeah, like I knew it was you.
Does it get my name or whatever? Okay.
Yeah, it says your name.
We know.
It says your name and like what country you're from. That's like all the information I get right now.
We
Okay.
have your
cool.
social security number.
And your last 4 of your
Oh,
credit
everybody's
card, your
got that.
your mother's maiden name, and
All the necessary.
information I would need to mail you a card.
Well, I'm not gonna back anything I don't believe. I mean, I got toys to buy. I can't just be throwing money around. I got to be kept in, mid-grade whiskey and high-grade toys. But this is
I've seen your toys and I don't know what high grade.
Did you see that displacer piece though? It's
The displacer piece is
slaps.
and it was
Yeah,
actually bought by my
absolutely,
wife.
yes.
Anyway, no. After seeing like the cars, I feel very confident. I spent.
Yeah. How do you feel about
We
the
had a
texture
whole
of this
text
card?
I
conversation.
love the texture.
I
of
ordered
the
so
cars.
many samples of like
We
texture
did
cards.
this.
I like this linen
Here,
feel.
yes, feel that.
They're a little slick right now just because they're brand new. And
It's
they haven't been
very,
shuffled.
very classy.
I'll also say, like, as somebody who loves making characters but struggles with like magic item creation,
Mhm. Well,
The
lucky
inspiration.
for you, because one of our expansions is called Item Overload, and it's just 50 items, and a bunch of them I'm converting to like D&D 5th edition.
That-
She
I
hit
got-
salesman
I
immediately.
pulled-
I'm so
Because
impressed.
I did the same thing. So as someone
Yeah.
who I love to create magic items, literally my first campaign was like themed around a whole entire school of magic I created with items within that school of magic. So I was like, I just want to make items, and then I want to be able to, not only could you just draw one at random and like the fantasy slap bracelet, which is actually in our game that we're playing right now, that your character has, like,
Belongs to the Ocean Princess.
yeah, that's a real item. And like, sure, I can read this description that just says you get an additional +1 because you're cool. Like, and that's enough of an information that I could probably make up a stat in game if I actually wanted to give this away.
Yeah.
So it's not only like a quick, like, oh, my players just found some treasure and they want something. They got the Loot of Lovers, which is much cooler and less creepy than when a guy plays a guitar at you. So you like, and now you have this item that you could give your players, and maybe you could write it on a note card real fast, or even just hand them this card, and then
Yeah, because that's my thing is
Now they
I
have-
love making characters, and I'm genuinely good at making characters. My DM has asked me several times, so what magic item do you want?
I don't know. There's so many. You go on D&D
Speaking of
But
Sorry.
this sheriff's badge might still have a little blood on it from the last sheriff, but now people are more likely to listen to you. That would be great for like Octavia, because Octavia has a minus
Speaking of our game,
persuasion.
someone in the chat has mentioned that the bootstrap should probably be an item.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if we've talked about this. The bootstraps of Boomer lore are an
Gosh.
item
Oh,
that my character Octavia
That's
has.
going in the
They can cast Identify twice a day if you pull the bootstraps. But the way that they cast Identify is a Boomer kind of blinks his eyes and insults you while describing the item and saying, well,
Nice.
back in my day, we didn't need this. We just roughed it. And
Uh-huh.
yeah, absolutely
Love
fantastic
that.
magic item that my sister made.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
Can we?
It's going in this.
We'll credit you.
Thank you.
Well,
Credit my sister. Yeah, credit Kat. This is my favorite
Well,
magic item I've ever
I
had.
get like something for. I don't know what did I get for my donation. I just like donated.
So you donated at the top tier
Okay.
of where
well,
we
the
will
character
put
creation,
your
yes.
character
Well, first tell.
into our deck. So one of these
So
characters.
you'll get to create a character card with whoever you want. It can be
Huh?
yourself.
Cassidy.
I have to do
It
Cassie.
can be yourself. It can be one of
It
your
can just be
characters.
Jason.
It can just be Jason. You get to come up with
We
your
have
class
Bobby.
and your own
Yeah,
stats.
we have Bobby.
I don't even like think about.
images.
Bobby the photographer. He is.
He is
in
in
the
the
I didn't even think about any of that. This is how smart I am with money. I was just like,
So yeah, so you'll get to be whoever you, and
I'm
it'll be
supporting
printed
friends and getting
onto a
something.
card, and it will be in everyone's deck, and everyone will get to play as whatever character
Cassidy
you
the
say.
cowboy, like just
I will throw
so
Cassidy.
tasty.
I would throw
What can
Cassidy.
go well with that sheriff's
sheriff's
badge?
Exactly.
I mean,
So, for anybody out there that does want to back the campaign, at the
Please do.
at the bottom level, what do they get?
Everything I'm holding in my hand right now. The deck,
And all of the
yeah,
Let's
in a
play
pile.
across.
The deck
Yeah.
is 108 cards big, and that includes your like 3 rule cards in there. So lots of character. It's literally the amount I'm holding right now,
Mhm.
which is like, it's a lot.
Yes.
It's a lot of
She's-
cards.
And that's character item. And
That's
scenario.
character items and scenarios. You'll get enough to. That's enough to play infinite.
yeah.
Different scenarios, and you can
Oh,
play.
we'll see.
It can be 2 people, 1-on-1. You can have. We did it with up to like 4 or 5, like a whole group. Everyone drew a character, everyone drew an item, and then the one person drew a scenario and ran it. So it's great for big settings, small settings, stuff like that. But yes, you get enough to run everything you could possibly
Cards,
want.
bag. I think
Yeah,
you
it comes in a little bag, which this is just a sample. It'll have a nice logo on it, and it'll be fancy. And it will also have a matching D20,
Okay.
because that's the only real other object that you need to play,
And then
other
at the
than your
next.
own imagination.
Now, let's say you want to contribute a little bit more. What's the next level?
So on top of that, we have lots of expansions, which for all of our stretch goals. We have a silly expansion, which is very much geared towards a younger audience if you have kids or people who are interested in getting into TTRPG. So it's a lot of silly things, unicorns and candy people, and and anything that just seems really
Sorry
ridiculous.
about that.
Which like is also just super fun for anyone. But I was definitely gearing it towards like I have nieces who are getting into. They want to learn how to play D&D because
Okay.
they're watching me play and they're wanting to run their own game. I ran a My Little Pony game for my niece and she thought it was like the
So
greatest thing in
fun.
the entire world. So she's like, I want to get into this. I wanted not only a way to play with them and facilitate it for them, but we work with a lot of charity groups and things like that. And I think it would be great for, donating to shelters and places like that, even schools,
Yeah.
to like get people into, it's great reading and
prisons,
math
I
and
think
stuff like that.
this
I
would
mean,
do well in prison.
Yeah, children's prisons for all the children.
But it's genuinely like community.
Yes.
D&D is one of the best, or TTRPGs is one of the best like community building
Yes.
things that I've ever run across, and this being so quick would
Yeah.
definitely help that.
So we have. So that's one of them. We also have the item overload expansion, which is 50 more items.
Jeez.
That also includes a PDF download of them converted to D&D 5th edition, some of them, so that you can then just instantly take that straight into your game.
Okay.
And give it to your players. Because a lot of these are items that I have created for my own game, so it's like, why not just build it out into a whole full thing, and then everyone can have that. And then we also have the Evil expansion, which is 70
That's Grace's
cards
personal favorite.
of new characters, items, and scenarios where you get to play the villains. So the scenarios are all about thwarting the good guys.
Mhm.
It's all about taking over cities, some light espionage and murder.
Love it.
Classic
all-
evil villain trope.
Yes,
you know.
get to play some of the
Mhm.
villains from my own campaigns. I put in there as characters and stuff, which is super fun. I feel like, what's the fourth one?
The Fates.
The Fates.
The Fates.
Which is us.
Us on a
There's
Okay.
a Fate
We're gonna be on a
expansion where you'll get all 5 Fates as characters. You'll have 5 items, which are our personal Fate items that help, manipulate fate, and then scenarios about our fates. And then also Bobby the photographer.
Bobby the photographer.
Because Bobby has
Can't
been
forget.
an
Can't forget
NPC in all of my one-shots since I started playing with these guys.
Yeah, where he literally just shows up as Bobby, just a guy with a camera, and just
Nice.
takes pictures
Hanging out.
of whatever's happening.
Yeah, Bobby is emotional collateral.
Yeah. And then because we reached so high, another stretch goal I came up with is we have the 5 fates as promo cards. We're going to have like gold metallic full cards, foil cards. I'll say it so that
Foil.
full.
Oil.
It's full. Yeah.
What?
Full
No.
cards.
Foil.
Yeah,
Like
you
a
can shake your head and be
like
all you want.
olive
That have
Absolutely,
art of
absolutely.
the 5 of us that's being drawn by a professional artist that I'm paying. And so there's some sample art of that on the Kickstarter now that I've uploaded. That was
Of me.
of me and Jerry. That's our like final stretch
I
goal
did
was
get a
that
look at some of
these
that. It looks awesome.
was that these promo cards. So you'll get one random promo card in your order. If you order the ultimate tier, which is
Collectible.
getting all of it. If you order the main deck and all the expansions, there's an ultimate tier, ultimate collection on there too. That you
Yeah, I
can
have
just
regret
buy.
about not getting things. That's why I want all of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Just get the whole.
Gimme.
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
I'm a
you-
completionist.
You get the most FOMO.
Oh, we haven't
I
done
think
this.
anybody
Oh,
have ever been.
Was that?
Fear of missing out? FOMO?
I mean, literally, after I posted the promo
Yeah.
images, Bobby was the first one to text me and said, "What do I have to do to get all 5?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "I want
collector.
all 5 of the promos because we're also going to sign them. The respective fate will sign the promo card that you'll get. So that'll be a Kickstarter exclusive. I'll never have those outside of this. So if you really are a collector and you want cool art cards, you got to back it. You got 3 days.
You have 3
Anybody-
days.
Is familiar with our D&D games, Cassidy, author Cassidy.
See the cowboy. I love him.
I feel like
This
we should
is
do this.
Awesome. Yes. I do want to do this, but I also want to talk
We got
about the
Stuff to talk
convention that's coming up. FateCon, it's going to have role-playing games and
Yeah.
everything.
It'll be this, but bigger.
Much bigger than
Much
this.
more.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
about. Yes.
We have a month and a half. Yes, almost exactly. one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because late March, yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Last
last weekend of March.
Last week in March, right before Ren Fair starts. So come preview your Ren Fair outfits
Absolutely.
Please
at
dress up.
FateCon. Please dress up.
Please dress up.
Highly
Yeah,
encouraged.
Where?
In Arlington, Texas,
Bob
at the Bob Duncan Center.
I say that because
Oh, that old chestnut. I don't know.
I do want to bring that up because
It's
We-
also in a park, so we'll have
Okay.
We're
it
having-
will feel very Ren Fair if you can just
Yeah.
stroll around the park in your nice.
We're
fun
gonna have
outfits.
a local branch of the SCA sword fighting. They're gonna do a LARP in front of the convention and do sword fighting demonstrations.
Heck yeah.
So if you just want to watch people hit each other with swords, just show up.
Well, I did want to make an announcement that we are giving away 2 passes to FateCon. For anybody out there, you have to like the video, you have to comment, and tell us what you want to do at FateCon, and you're going to get 2 passes from us. So hurry up and get that in there. We're going to announce the winner in a week. I'll put some more on social media, put the video up there, so you just go like it, comment on what you want to do at FateCon, and you will get 2 free passes before the event starts.
Huzzah.
I didn't know that was happening.
I'm surprised.
I don't just look understand.
Hold on, I need to like and comment on a video.
Yeah. Okay. I
Let's
was
get in there real fast.
no, they've asked us to
Somebody's
like
broke
do
it.
stuff. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna
You guys are
do
gonna
stuff
do
at the
it.
convention.
Yeah, you guys
You're
are
gonna
gonna
do
commit
this.
on air.
We're gonna stream or play
We
games
have
and stuff.
we do genuinely we have streamed from several conventions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we
You have a
absolutely
stage
do
in an
all
hour. Do what
con
you
most
want.
of the time.
Then
Yeah.
bring it on. We will come and do things, but to anybody
Saturday
out there,
at 2 p.m.
bring
I
it
have
on.
the schedule memorized. FateCon is going to be
I was about to say,
wild.
it's a really specific pitch.
Yeah. That's so weird
Yeah.
about Saturday at 2
And
p.m.
Saturday
you
at
being
2
the
p.m.
panel.
That's
on
Almost
the
sounds
next
like a
day.
trap. But anyway, we're still gonna go.
I am
very
the
excited
devil.
for the
I
fun.
will ask you for a contract, and it will have specific terms.
That sounded like other
And I made
contracts
more
I've
lots.
signed
Like, you
before.
should know this.
My
I don't
head
have to
is
sign
so
this
full
one
of
in
Has
blood,
Been
do I?
Hotel. All I can think is Alistor.
Are we going to talk about Has Been Hotel tonight?
Dude,
'Cause
I-
Has Been is
are we
my
ready?
absolute obsession.
I got my
We're
code.
doing a group at FedEx, though.
We
We're
are.
also
Get in on
doing
the...
a
Oh, boy.
group.
Good.
We should have
You
just
should
organized
join.
this
We're gonna.
between
All
all
right.
of
All
us.
right. We're gonna talk. We'll talk
Anyway,
after the show.
FateCon is
FateCon.
March
Yes.
29th through 31st, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There's going to be D&D games for you to play. There's going to be panels of cool people who do TTRPGs in DFW. It's all local folks. We've got awesome cosplayers, photographers, dungeon masters that we have hand-selected who we know are all very cool. It's going to be a great time. We've got a cosplay contest that we are ready to announce for Saturday. So wear your cosplay. No restrictions whatsoever.
Just look cool.
I understand that you may have
Cool.
also picked up a DM that is in the general area of us.
Of us.
Like-
yeah, somebody.
A certain someone
If someone
might
wanted
be
to talk
running
about
some
their
sort
own
of game.
games,
I wonder who.
who could that be?
Possibly.
And what games are they running and when?
Ooh, this looks Alex here.
Don't remember the times of running.
We'll look it up here. We'll fan. Where's my phone?
I don't know.
Tell us about what you're doing at FateCon, because our own Cora will be running her own campaign from FateCon.
We're running 2 games from FateCon, actually.
Well, then apparently I wasn't the one.
Right, they are 2 games that I basically troubleshot with y'all. So
She worked out the kinks.
Yep.
I worked out the kinks now. And we have a game that is heavily based off of like the telenovelas
Oh,
and soap
Lord have
operas
mercy.
from the
Love.
90s.
Oh, maybe
So
I might join
that.
Please go watch that game.
I
It
want
We're
was
gonna play that
everyone
one.
to play this game. It's so much fun. And then
The
other-
title's good too.
Yeah,
Give us the
the-
title.
the Young and the Magical.
and what was the name of the one particular
Oh, yes,
long flowing hair character?
Oh yes, your helper NPC is Fabio.
Of course.
Like almost there's like a
Of course.
hair
That
flip.
should be.
Oh,
I thought
butter-
you were putting the
With
drink
that name, it's
in
like
your purse, and I was
As it should be.
I'm trying to find out what times are games.
The other game I'll be running is Jokes on You, and it's just filled with puns and jokes and comedy. And if anyone takes the game seriously, I have failed. There's no way to take it seriously when you have a pink tiefling running at you, screaming because they missed the bus essentially.
this is gonna be
That's how we
amazing.
start.
Yes.
Great.
That's the kind of chaos and fun you can expect from FateCon games.
Also, Astrid is running a game too.
I am. I sure am, and I definitely know
running
what
a-
time and day I'm doing that.
You're running the level.
Really, I need your
20
phone real
Jurassic,
quick.
right?
You're not. I want to
Yeah,
hear
she's
something.
running a
Like,
level 20 Terras.
Which
Level
I've
20 Jurassic.
never done a level 20. I really
This is
want
the
Do
first
it.
time
This is
I
like
would love to
her
run
bread
it
and butter
too.
is a level 20
My
Terras.
favorite-
oh God, I want to work Cassie at level 20.
I want
Captain
to run
Hunt,
Brana
you
at
should.
level 20.
It's fun.
Huh?
We were
I
just
want to run Brana at level
talking
20.
about like kaiju big monsters, and that's my favorite thing. So this one shot is Tarrasque Hunt.
Kaiju big monsters?
So that's the
Giant
thing.
robots, go
He's
figure.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Tarrasque stat block, but it is immune to death. So
Okay,
that's
then.
fun. So have fun killing it. People have, this is my 4th time running it. I just ran it at RPG Dungeons in Carrollton, which was a blast. That place is super cool. And in fact, we're running the Gauntlet of the Fates at RPG Dungeons in Carrollton
On
this
Sunday.
Sunday.
But it's sold out, so
So I guess we're not promoting
Wow,
it.
okay, well, congratulations on it being sold out, though. Nice.
just acting like you could buy tickets for it. You
I
can't.
don't
You can't.
know.
It's sold out.
Sold out.
Okay,
Now you tell me.
Well, we'll do it again, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It'll be a 3-table D&D, like we're
Where
all
we're gonna
3
rotate.
tables worth of people all playing in the same game, rotating, switching seats.
We have a chaos table.
It's gonna be a literal disaster.
Well, we never want to talk about the con. We gotta go. We gotta go represent
You
Prince
gotta
games
go.
and everything.
We honestly can't quantify it in words, all the things that are going to happen at FateCon.
It's hard because it's a type of convention that doesn't exist. So when you're trying to like explain it to people,
Not in this area.
it's like,
really.
what are you talking about? Because
Yeah.
there are big conventions that have side
Attached
TTRPG
to it,
rooms.
right.
And it's
Like
like,
Reaper.
I guess you
Yeah.
guys can go
Well,
over there
Reaper, I
and
guess that'll be
play
the closest
TTRPG,
thing.
but this
Yeah.
is like 100% TTRPG con. Like
Yeah.
the whole point of being there is it's D&D. Like the vendors are themed, the panels are themed. We're gonna have a live play of us, the Fates, on stage on Saturday night of us actually playing a live D&D game. I hope I can DM that well. Don't have any anxiety about it, even a little bit.
Not
I was definitely excited with, because we don't have that here.
No.
We do live in a pretty big metropolis area.
Yeah,
We get a lot
and
of,
we
get a lot
have
of
so
cons
many people who are into TTRPGs. Why doesn't it already exist? Why is no one doing this? And that's why I said, what does it take? Renting a building? I can run a con. Who can stop me?
Renting a building is the hardest part.
How
It
hard
was.
could
It took
be?
us like 2 months to get a building.
That kind of makes sense to me, genuinely. Yeah.
It was very
I did want to ask, this is D&D 5th edition exclusive, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
This year it is D&D 5th edition exclusive. Our hope is in the future with space and stuff
Absolutely.
that I would love to bring in some other systems, have people even like run their own systems and
Is
you know,
there
a good introduction into good, but for me it's like I only know D&D 5th edition, so if it's all that,
Yeah.
then we can all help each other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
if
there
Because we're
easy
gonna have
stuff
beginner
in.
rooms, which is like just beginner players are gonna get the chance to like build a character from scratch and play in their very first game ever, like in a environment where they won't feel scared.
If you do need help, if you do need somebody to help other people, like be in a game and help other people, I love bringing people in.
Yes,
It's
please.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's the whole point of the beginner room is to not
Yeah.
only have like the DM's gonna help them, but just to have extra people like, here's how you roll
I
stats, here's
love
how you create
I
a
love that.
character. Like,
My in-laws are flying in from New Hampshire specifically to do that.
I was going to say, I introduced my dad to 5th edition. We have a Christmas one-shot that we do as a family, and he had never played, and he played a 350-pound dragonborn bard.
love
It was just absolutely wrecked the place. It was amazing.
Yes. That's
It's
adorable.
so much fun, to introduce new people.
That's really a big part of FateCon and our passion is we're evangelical about our cult of D&D, as we have said on air
I
years
love that
before.
description.
That's what we do, because it's fun, because
Yeah.
people let go of themselves and have fun. And Speedy RPG is that way, that like, you just hop in the shoes of the sheriff character that you've got, or
Oh, I'm playing this.
Professor of college.
the professor of college.
This is me right here.
You jump right in, and it's fun because you get to like let the weight of the world off just a little bit. And even if you don't know all the math, even if you don't know all the history of all of TTRPGs since the 1970s, like you can just let go and have fun.
Yeah.
I mean, it truly is my release on the weekends when we
Oh,
play.
absolutely.
Because I like do a bunch of cleaning. I have to get things. I have to straighten up my toys and then get everything like ready so we can play the game, and it's worth it for however long.
Yeah, that's like as like the DM of our game, like we literally just played Tuesday and we're playing again next Tuesday, like 2 weeks back to back. Like the stress and everything, like I stress myself out preparing games. Like it has to be so good, but then like the moment you begin, it's just like hanging out with your friends for 4 or 5 hours, and like it's so good.
Yeah,
It's-
storytelling.
we were talking about the community and everything. Like it's so much just like getting to, I don't know, getting down to the nitty gritty with these people that you love, and getting to like as the DM, like getting to cultivate a world that they get to love and get to exist in. It's I truly call like DMing like a love letter to my friends.
Yeah.
Because it's like I'm creating this for them.
Yeah.
Like of course I get to be there too. I'm existing in the space. I'm creating NPCs and things, but it's like I'm the facilitator of the fun.
And that moment of
And
connection.
it's forced fun. You guys have to come to my house. You have to have fun with me.
Absolutely.
That's me. I didn't have to come
You
here.
have to be here.
That moment of connection
All the stuff is here.
between like the DM and a player character, when you get that really good drama, or between PCs where you connect with somebody in a very different way than you ever could,
In real
just
life.
person to person,
Yeah.
because the stakes are so much higher. Like I've absolutely
Yeah,
cried.
and obviously I'm
Yeah,
not like
D&D, they're just
romancing my
sobbing.
friends in real life,
Yeah,
and I married
D&D,
friends,
it is
but like
constant.
yeah, in D&D
yeah.
I'm absolutely getting to like flirt hard, because I love to flirt. Flirting is like my favorite pastime, and now I just get to do it hardcore with all of my friends.
I do
I
have
feel
a
like that's
complication, given
dangerous,
that the
but-
DM is my sister.
Well,
It gets weird.
Sure.
So
can't relate.
I've been trying to flirt with one of my best friends for a long time, and she in the game, but he is absolutely oblivious. And
yeah.
it's amazing.
That would be me. I
It's
don't
so much
notice
fun.
when it's happening, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, yeah. And
Yeah.
then it's like, that was a flirt. I'm like, I
Oh,
don't
well,
understand.
It has
Playing that is so much fun.
it's led to every other character in the game just like, when's it gonna happen? I don't know.
Yeah. Oh my
like,
god, as
Passing each other.
you banged, what was it, Jessica?
well, that was different.
She was amazing.
An orc lady. Yeah.
She was
Well, my character's like a big dragonborn. So yeah.
Orc mommy.
Of course, like
every
oh
time.
yeah, oh yeah, baby.
Absolutely,
Mm.
yes. They had a
She
nice
big-
fade
she-
of black.
Muscle mommy, yeah, bring it on.
There it is.
But while we're here, and now that we've gotten around to it,
I do want
I
to say
wanna-
one more thing.
I wanna try
One
this.
more thing about
One
FateCon.
more.
If I'm the only Dimension 20 cosplayer there, I will lose my mind.
We're working on it.
I
We're
played
working on it.
Ilfa Snorgelson at
And it was so good.
Fan
It was
Expo.
so good.
Yeah, and I'm doing her
Fan
again.
Festival.
If I'm the only one, I will lose my mind.
Yes.
Mm.
I'm like,
I
the
need
Lord
some
people were
Dimension
so
20 love.
close
you got some really good
being
photos from
way
the
too
con
many
too.
people.
Oh,
You should-
I absolutely
you
did.
should
Drop
you should release those,
I posted-
all of them.
Release
Oh,
transcripts.
Release transcripts.
she left her phone unlocked while she was off
I
doing
did.
the photo shoot. So I just got
So he also did a
I
photo
got
shoot.
some pictures with a bunch of cosplayers.
Mhm.
Release the Jason cut.
No.
Anyway,
Jason cut.
Hate it. Hate it. Okay.
so I want to see this in action because I put my money up. I will play.
Okay, well, I read the scenario earlier, and I don't know where the card went, but obviously I know.
Sorry,
I know
went
what.
somewhere.
Obviously,
I
I know what.
I have no idea what I'm doing. It's like when I first started out with D&D.
So
I have a wizard. I got a wand.
we'll
Let's
play
go.
as if we're actually going to play a full game. So you've all drawn your characters, you've all drawn your items. So why don't we go around? Everyone say the name of your character. You can describe them if you want, or you can read the text on the bottom, depending on. That's the difference of if you're new at improv, you've never done it before. Feel free to just read the title, read the class, read the description, and go, that's exactly who they are. Or feel free to read the name and decide for yourself what kind of person you think this person is, and then tell us what your item is.
I'm staying within this because I want to see this.
Okay,
in
great.
action.
Yes. So yeah, tell me your character, your items. Everyone knows what everyone else is doing.
So up first we have Jimothy the Baker.
Love him.
I am an alchemist. My heart stat is 1. My mind stat is 2 because he's a smart boy. Body is 1. I'll take that. And he knows a little too much about different poisonous plants, so maybe don't try his tea or cookies.
Oh.
So I bring my little baker's
Good
dozen
swerve.
of donuts with me. He's got a little chef's hat, but he's got an evil mustache. So how can
A
you really?
chef's
He has a twirly mustache.
So he looks like the weird baker from Strawberry Shortcake.
Yes.
Actress the baker from Strawberry
That's
Shortcake, 100%.
What suck are you guys talking about?
That's that weird old Strawberry Shortcake.
Okay, we're 45 minutes into this episode. No risk of
All of the
monetization
things
happening now.
Somebody look it up.
Everybody got the reference back.
Charles, have you not seen Charles? He cosplayed him. Chalks Productions?
Yeah, we
Cosplayed
just had a
him.
whole group
I
in
have
our
seen the
area.
Strawberry Shortcake.
Yeah,
I've seen
cosplay
it.
us.
I don't remember who.
It's an 80s cartoon where they all had really fluffy hats and they were all so.
I thought it was an exclusive.
She's
like
very
a
far from
Hallmark
Gen X,
gift
so.
card type
No,
of
it was
a deal.
A show and
Okay,
plushes.
sorry, all right.
He's called the Purple Pie Man.
Yes,
Purple Pie Man.
this guy.
There
He looks like Dick Dastardly from Wacky
He
Races.
really
It's like the
does.
same
Yeah.
vibe.
The fucking snidely whiplash-looking mother.
Yes.
I thought
type.
he's handsome though because strapped against his back, he has the Loot of Lovers, which is a +2 item. Ooh. This much cooler and significantly less creepy version of when a guy plays a guitar at you. So he's got a little capability of softness, and he can cook, Jerry.
The ideal man.
The ideal
The
man.
ideal man. And a
Astrid's
mustache.
goal in life is to romance me at any turn, and I
Anytime.
constantly
Okay,
reject her.
Laura Bailey.
Constantly rejects her. I am the Ocean Princess. I didn't conveniently pick this card because it is my actual D&D character. She is a warlock, and her heart is +2. Her mind is 0. She didn't really care about school, and her body is 1, but should be a 10 because she's super hot.
There
Well,
it is.
body doesn't mean hotness. That means
I
like
know.
strength or
Physical
dexterity.
abilities.
She's
No, it's gonna be this.
trapped in a castle for years, unsure where all this cool water magic came from, but she's not complaining. She complains about a lot of stuff, but not the magic. And the items she has to counteract Jimothy's Loot of Lovers is the bagpipes of pain. A horrifying sound deafens your enemies with paralyzing pain, whether you know how to play it or not.
Oh!
That is how I feel about bagpipes.
Yeah.
I love
I love
bagpipes.
the
My
bagpipes.
Scottish
I actually
ancestry,
do.
I can't.
I actually do
I
too.
love bagpipes.
It's just the volume.
Well, that's true.
And I understand why the volume is going. I'm playing Ropatidus. He's a sorcerer. He does have an unnecessarily swole upper body, kind of looks like Kronk. But he does have a
Let's finish,
lasso
folks.
attached to his hip and a sheriff's badge on his lapel. It has a little bit of blood, but it's fine. But he's just kind of chilling. He's got a cowboy hat, but it's too small, so it sits
Too high.
kind of atop.
So he does look like Kronk.
his head. He looks like Kronk.
Kronk vibes.
Well, you gotta do the voice now.
But he just
He's Kronk, but he sounds like that.
Yes, he's Kronk, but he sounds like this. And it's only because I can't talk normally.
Alright, you got okay. So
Yeah.
I have the I'm gonna read it in the voice. The professor of college. He's a wizard. His heart is a +1, and his mind is +3, and his body is +0. That's really not a thing. I am an awkward halfling with a briefcase. I'm just trying to get to my teaching job, or am I secretly the BBEG? And I have the Wand of Glitter. It's a +2 item. Glitter helps you cover up the blood, but you'll never get your security deposit back in your dungeon. I am ready.
tickled by
I am a short little halfling.
So you've all look at here. So you've all rolled up to the turtle races. So this is an annual event in the city you're from. It's a betting thing. You know, they line up all the turtles and everyone gets to bet on. I think turtle number 1's gonna whatever. So you all get a turtle. You buy in to get your turtle and you win the pot if your turtle wins. There's tons of people. There's like 10 turtles. So you each have your own individual one. They're getting them all lined up. So how would you like to guarantee that your turtle is the turtle who wins?
Well, I'm gonna put my turtle out. He's also got a tiny little mustache and a tiny little chef hat. And I will play my lute of lovers behind him, hopefully to inspire him, because he's been going.
Why did I just assume that was happening?
All morning, and so I feel like he's in the mood.
That's what you play your
That's
lute?
what I do. I play my lute.
I love this question. One question. Ask them if they can roller skate in the building for the con.
Oh,
that might be an
Dimension 20
insurance
cosplay.
question.
Okay then.
But I'll
Anyway.
ask.
I had to
Someone
go ahead and
who
get the
roller skates. I want to be on roller skates. In this
There you go.
Outside for sure.
Outside, totally. It's a
100%.
park. Do what you want.
Yeah.
I don't have a park. I don't know.
Anyway.
Here's your die. I don't know how you're gonna roll it because we're sitting on a couch. But I would like you
So
to.
we're gonna motivate the.
I would like you to roll for heart because you're using, your charismatic abilities to play this instrument. You get to add your heart stat, and you also get to add your lute of lovers stat because you're using your lute of lovers to try to help.
Lute of lovers is +2. My heart is +1. Let's go. A 2.
I should have touched the dice first.
So that's a
So
5
5 total. So I start singing. Oh yeah!
I thought you were about to sing like "Living on a Prayer" or something. You don't just know a song about turtles.
Hey, look at that! My new desk came with that.
Hey!
Yeah, that first roll didn't count.
Thank you,
What do we
Cora,
think?
No,
for.
that first roll counted.
And then
So you begin to play this lute. It's not tremendous. Actually, one of the strings breaks, which is impressive because it's a magic item that can't be damaged. So it's really
And yet
surprising.
somehow.
So
your turtle does not
the breaking
necessarily.
seems punitive.
Yeah. So your turtle doesn't seem like it might have been boosted by that, but you know.
Poor Charlie.
Very, very upset. Well, the Ocean Princess is definitely not interested in Jimothy after that. That was bad. She's classically trained musician. She's offended by that. That was awful. But she's going to wait until it starts, and when the race starts, then she's going to do something.
Okay.
Yeah, so
great.
she's just waiting. She's signing autographs from her adoring fans of people that love the monarchy.
Oh.
Yeah, everyone loves the
Everyone
monarchy.
doing a nice little princess wave.
Princess, please.
So I'm assuming you're in like full princess
I am
regalia
in
today,
the
obviously.
elaborate gown possible with a train. I have some servants carrying it so it doesn't get muddy. Just 5 tiaras on. Fly. Fantasy slap bracelet, obviously.
It's like dude bros and collars.
Yeah, more of
Every
tiaras.
Yeah. You have to wear all your tiaras. Be
It's
careful.
cool. It's not gonna fall.
I don't
I
believe
think.
you.
Anyway.
I'm scared.
Anybody else? Would any of you like to do anything before the race takes off?
I'll talk to my
And know
mother.
that you're not limited to just what's written on these cards,
Okay.
right? The rules are loosey-goosey. They don't really exist.
I'm
Rules
definitely
cool.
gonna do something on the back end.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pull my turtle out of my briefcase and go, okay, look, guy.
Is he
Why?
okay?
He lives
Just
in a
He takes a deep breath now that he's out.
I just want you to win. Look, you're not the best, but I think today is your day, okay? So here's a leaf. Here's a lettuce leaf.
Chomp, 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 chomp.
So just do your best out there, okay?
Are you just rolling heart? You're just rolling, I guess, encouragement?
Yeah, I guess
Okay,
I
so
heard
yeah,
that.
so roll plus heart.
He did.
And it's a 2.
I touched it. I'm sorry, I touched the dice. I'm a
So
curse.
you pull your turtle out of the briefcase and you begin having this long, dramatic conversation with him. And the guy in charge of the turtle races just goes, "You can't bring your own turtle. That's cheating. You could have like a steroid boosted turtle. You have to use one of our turtles, you idiot.
Oh,
Pick one of our turtles."
sorry, buddy. And I put him back in the
Oh,
briefcase.
so you're like,
He's going
No, he's my
guys,
turtle.
to die.
Let me die.
It's fine. I cut holes in the
let me
briefcase.
die amongst the stars.
Is your briefcase Swiss
Amazing.
cheese?
My turtle's fine.
Wait, so
Anyway,
his turtle got
so
rejected.
I have a double.
Yeah, you have to put your own turtle back.
You
So
have
now
two
you
turtles.
get whatever turtle
Okay,
that's
then.
out there. So you have to pick one that's
So
from
Timothy's
their
fine. Okay.
turtles.
Yes, I named him. Anyway,
Timothy.
go ahead.
Now I'm interested. Do you do anything with the
That's
new
right, we
turtle?
can-
Huh?
With the
I
new
don't know
turtle?
this turtle yet.
A swap?
They just did to meet this turtle.
And
Do
you
I-
guys are welcome to like interact with each other.
Yeah.
Or you can pretend you're all enemies. I don't care.
So do I get the new turtle now?
Yes, yeah. So yeah, he tells you like, oh, you get turtle number 4.
Oh, okay.
That's up here on the table.
Hi. You look pretty fast, and I believe in
Trying
you.
to buy you.
I believe in you. Oh, look at
Oh,
that.
no.
You got spunk, buddy. Yeah, he's gonna work. Yeah, turtle 4. I believe in you.
You're like so excited, and everyone else is just like staring at you, like, dude,
What?
just put the turtle down. Can we start the race?
And I gently put him down.
Okay. The guy, there's like a little string across the turtles before they begin, and the guy in charge of the booth, who like is definitely like a 17-year-old pimply human guy who just like he has to do this job at the carnival. He doesn't really want to be here.
So like real carnies. Anyway.
Yeah, and he says like, on your marks, get set, and he rips the string back, and everyone, begins cheering and screaming as the turtles begin to just.
So slowly.
It's not a very long track because they are really slow, but it's one of those like. So there's only like 10 of you
You
that
will
are
run out
actually
of
like
excitement.
that have your specific turtles, but there's like 50 other people gathered around. They're like screaming, they're doing side bets, and people are just like, but they're just slowly moving. Is there anything anyone would like to do now that they've begun?
I'm waiting till they get closer to the finish line. I'm prepared. I'm getting out my bagpipes of pain
Okay.
to prepare.
You're filling it with air?
Yeah.
And how bagpipes work, you just fill them with air
Yeah,
first?
I'm a musician. Of course I know this.
I have no
That's
idea
great.
what I'm doing with this one.
Genuinely, you do that.
I'm pretty sure you have
Yeah.
to fill it with air
But
first
it's like
before you-
immediately before.
Oh, okay.
I
Well.
don't know. I don't know how bagpipes work.
I want to shoot my shot.
As I'm blowing up my bagpipe.
Okay.
That's a mighty fast turtle you got there.
Why
Your
are you
Highness.
speaking to me?
Because I am overcome with feeling upon seeing thine beauty. I would dedicate myself to your happiness forever. And I can cook. Would you like a donut? A tea?
No.
They never
One of
eat
your
the
servants runs up real fast and actually says, no food may pass to the royal without being tried first, and he eats it.
He.
Would you like to roll?
Yeah.
Roll for mind to see what kind of creation that you've made.
That is a 14.
Okay.
Oh.
15.
Yeah, so what kind of creation is this? Is it poison? Is it...
It's a sleeping draft.
Yeah, so the servant's like, for you, your majesty, and eats it. And just like hits the ground.
That came out worse.
Timothy.
And then another servant says,
Sir!
attempted murder on the princess!
Eldritch Blast.
I'm gonna walk up at this point. I'm gonna flash my sheriff's badge to
Yeah.
kind of everyone
Oh,
and
okay,
be
just
like,
in the area, like-
well, this is obviously a murder, and I'm gonna try and arrest you.
Yeah.
Wait, the one that...
Okay, roll.
Yes. It's a frame job, as you can see.
Because
I guess-
you did such a shitty job. I'm trying to sound.
You're helping me. You're
Okay,
remarrying me.
I would say roll plus Mine
Okay.
plus your
Plus your
plus
sheriff's
your sheriff's
Plus
badge
my
because you're
sheriff's
using
badge,
it
so
as
it's plus 3. Ooh. Oh no. 8.
Can I quickly play my bagpipes of pain that I've already pre-filled?
So you're like beginning and you're saying like, "Excuse me, everyone. I'm actually the sheriff and I know what's going on."
I absolutely know what's going on. Yeah, I'm gonna try to hand.
You like go to put a hand on the princess and you just let out the most loud, obnoxious
whatever a bagpipe sounds like.
Yeah, I would say roll plus body because of the strength and the breath you're having to blow into this bagpipe plus
your
bagpipes.
bagpipes.
Roll for bagpipe. That is I can do 18.
Yeah. So this person goes to put like their hand on you and you just blast this deafening everyone that grabs their
Your
ears.
enemies are paralyzed, so my enemies include literally everyone that isn't me.
Yeah.
And I paralyzed
So, like a sound wave just like concusses
and
outwards.
my one turtle
is also
is also immune to it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So everyone is like clutching their ears, blood coming out of their ears, and especially the ones of you who are really close in proximity.
Yeah.
The yelling all dies down. A bunch of the turtles go back into their shells out of fear, and one single turtle is still trucking along. But everyone is like paying mostly attention to like what's happening right now. The turtle races have kind of been forgotten now. Everyone's like. There's arrests happening. There's poisoning of royalty. There's like rumors being spread now of all this stuff. But your turtle is still trucking along. It's getting really close to the finish line. Does anyone have a last minute?
I'll look at the professor of college and be like,
I'm drawing a picture of you to give to the constables.
"Can you get me out of here?
Could you please tilt your head up that way? Just-
Cover
okay.
me, man!"
No, you are a cad. I saw what you did, and I will turn this over to the authorities.
He's a narc. Who knew the president
forget
of
Just
college?
make sure I get your profile and that mustache.
And the mustache.
He'll pose. Yeah.
Okay, and
The mustache is
got
cooler
it.
from this one. All right.
This will be on wanted posters all over the realm.
Ooh, I'll be famous.
The Ocean Princess's turtle is like 2 steps away from making it to the finish line.
My turtle. I forgot about my turtle.
They've all been
Your turtle.
paralyzed
Yeah,
by
okay,
the
alright.
I'll play my lute of lovers and go.
It'll-
It starts with sorry.
Oh no! I'm going to. Okay, I have a question. I have a question.
Uh-huh.
I have a world building question.
Oh gosh.
The deep lore of
The
the
deep
American
lore
deep
of the
lore,
turtle.
uh,
Roper Titus. I have an arcane lasso.
Okay.
Is it invisible? Is magic?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna
You
lasso.
cast your magic with it, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna
absolutely.
lasso
Her turtle?
her turtle.
Yeah!
Hold it.
Yeah, so let's roll plus body.
Oh,
Okay. Her me.
You, yeah.
Okay.
As,
Yeah.
as you just like slowly sleight of hand this invisible lasso out.
oh.
What did she roll?
22.
And like instant, I mean, like no one even notices it as you just like, and that it just invisibly wraps around and just drags the turtle all the way back to the same spot as everyone else's as the bagpipes of pain wear off and all the other turtles begin going again. But are you holding to where it can't move?
I'm gonna try and gauge the crowd and see like who notices. Does it look like he's struggling and can't?
I mean, it's
Or does
definitely
he just
like
look like he's
no, he's definitely like still moving
Alright.
in slow motion,
So I'm
but
gonna-
now all of them are moving together, so it's a little bit more. Yeah, it's not as noticeable that
I'm
he's
gonna
alone.
try and like let like a little bit and then back and then a little bit. And back
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then
So you're
a little
kind of like holding there as the
Yeah.
other turtles are beginning to gain now.
bit. Yeah.
I see. Do I notice this?
What would you like to roll?
I
and
would like
see?
to roll to see if I notice this.
They roll plus mine.
Plus mine?
Yeah,
Okay.
as you're like surveying the crowd.
Okay, that's a 17.
I would say you do. You can't tell exactly how they're managing it, but you can kind of tell that they're focused in on this specific turtle that's not doing very well.
I take out the wand and I go, look, fireworks! And blast it up into the sky.
Okay, let's roll. I'm trying to think what I would even roll for that. I mean, obviously plus the wand of glitter, but do we feel like You're doing this just as distraction, or are you
Just
trying
I'm
to?
blasting it up into the sky.
Okay, let's do it plus heart because that's like
Okay.
you're trying to put on a
I
show.
get that.
Oh man, now
My
rolls are high.
Whoa!
Is that added with your
plus
wand
your-
of glitter?
+1, yeah, with a +1. It's
Okay.
No,
not
but your
two.
wand is
And your
glitter.
wand of glitter.
Oh,
Yeah.
then it's a 21.
Yeah. So you just say, "Hey everyone," and you blast, and it is like an explosion of glitter. I mean, beautiful. The sun is reflecting off all of this holographic glitter, and everyone goes. There's like a slow-mo motion moment where everyone looks up and goes, "Whoa!" And then the glitter rains down upon. It's getting people's eyes. People start to scream, and like they
Wow.
suck in a breath, and they're like coughing up glitter.
Putting
The glitter,
microplastics
So
into
while
yeah,
everyone
the
is
glitter is covering all the
distracted,
turtles.
I want to pick up a rock and like throw it right at the back of my turtle to encourage it across the line.
Roll plus
So you're
body.
abusing your turtle.
Plus
Roll
body.
plus
Anyway,
body.
I'm not going to argue with it because
Encouragement.
that's a 7.
All right, you pick up a stone and chuck it. You actually miss your
Yeah.
turtle and hit one of the others. And it begins. You hit Jimothy's turtle, and it begins running faster now out of fear. So now Jimothy's turtle is winning the race. But it's also all of them are really struggling because there's so much glitter now on the table that they're moving in. They're like having to push glitter aside. They're all getting covered. A few of them have actually gone back in their shell out of fear of being like rained down so much glitter. The audience is beginning to panic because there's just too much stuff happening right now. The guy running the
This is
event,
most dramatic turtle.
yeah, the guy running the event is like trying to calm people
Like
down
it
and
wasn't
figure out
going
like
to
who the cheaters are, but there's like so much cheating happening all at once. He can't
There's
keep
too
up
much
with it.
shit to keep track of.
He's like, guys, wait, no, oh gosh, there's so much glitter, oh no. And Jimothy's turtle is approaching.
And bagpipes and loops.
No, I'm gonna try and switch my lasso.
Okay.
I'm gonna switch my lasso to Timothy's
Yeah,
turtle.
yeah, roll plus body.
14.
Okay, you manage to switch it over, and you kind of start slowing him down, pulling him back into the glitter, and the other ones are starting to catch back up.
Can I use my ocean princess powers to
Of course.
summon the
Oh my
the
god.
consuming power of the seas to just
What?
tidal wave
He's trying to
And push back-
Aquaman the water.
and yeah, Aquaman
So
the
you
water.
summon the energy of the ocean. You're nowhere near the ocean.
Nowhere near the ocean.
You're really thinking about it. Just really
Wow.
thinking about it. And like 3 people's canteens on their waist, like water begins coming out and going like pew, pew, like little spouts begin to go. So now you're filling the table, which had little edges so the turtles don't fall off,
Yeah.
obviously. Is now being filled with water and just so much glitter
Yes.
that the turtles are now beginning to swim
They may
in the
be
glittery
Hey.
water, which is they're moving actually a lot faster
Yeah.
now because they're swimming in
This
together
race just
trying
became
to-
interesting.
So now, like, they're all approaching the finish line really rapidly, so you gotta make a quick decision on what you're gonna try to do.
I'm gonna continue my song to the princess, apologizing for Rufy.
It starts.
Sorry.
I didn't
to be a creep. I didn't want to put you to sleep. I just like poison donuts in my spare time. But that's because this is the right time to say yes.
Are you proposing to me?
To being my friend and not being mad at me.
What are you offering?
What are you offering?
My hand.
And then I Eldritch Blast your turtle.
Okay, roll plus.
I fall to my knees.
This is so interesting.
I rolled bad as 6.
Okay.
If you use heart, it's 6.
You your Eldritch Blast is so powerful, actually blows like a hole into the table, and all of the turtles kind of like roll forward. A couple of them like roll off the table onto the ground. Luckily, it's not super high off the ground, so they're fine. They're turtles. But now it's just like a whole bunch of them. Actually, like 4 of them all cross the line at the same time as they all kind of get blown through the table, and everyone just goes, "Yeah!" And everyone starts cheering, and the guy in charge is like, "I don't know who won."
I did, good sir.
Maybe the real win was the friendships we made along.
He's like, "But I can't have another turtle race because it's all messed up." Okay.
I pull off one of my like multiple giant emerald rings and just hand them. Here you go. For your
Thanks.
troubles.
Thanks.
Guards, take me home. And I just
And they all like summon a chair and then
Yeah,
pick
they
you
pick
up
me
in
up.
it and start carrying you off.
I started looking for the
Jewish
law to
way.
give them my sketch of that.
Yeah, you find someone of the law and give them your sketch of
And
This
Oh,
desk.
please tell me it's me.
it's like that meme
Yeah,
where the guys
you
on the
look
phone
around
like,
and then you just hand it to you.
Yeah.
The person wearing the
Thank you.
sheriff's badge.
We'll find the culprits. I look at you and I'm like,
I'll never wash
Pretty
this
good.
hand again.
Oh.
oh,
right? Yeah.
I hated that. I'm just gonna walk away.
Great.
I take Jimothy Jr. and
You just take your
make a
turtle and
life for
run.
myself. Yes.
Yeah,
That turtle doesn't belong to you.
yeah, I was.
Take off with your turtle that you just stole.
I steal my turtle.
I mean, mine needs a friend too, so.
You steal yours too?
I mean, just.
Your turtle is dead.
Yeah, in the chaos, you take another turtle, put it in your briefcase, and also everyone just vanishes into the crowd.
I gotta get a friend, it would be lonely. I gotta get another one, So.
Yeah.
Well, I might as well get 3 as long as I'm here.
I have a couple. What do they do with these turtles in the off season? These are the real questions we should be asking.
Juicing.
I just want to know, what is the turtle off season? or is it like wrestling where they don't have one?
It's just all the time.
It's
Turtles
all-
are overworked.
Turtle season is
Overworked,
never.
underpaid.
No union.
Little Jimothy
Yeah.
will have a better life.
Vince McTurtle Man.
Oh,
In order to find out
No,
these
we don't talk about
thrilling
it.
questions, you'll have to play another round of Speedy RPG.
I'm loving this.
You guys win turtle racing?
It's better than the last time I did
I feel like I
Fireball
won.
the audience,
That's-
killed a bunch of children, and then brought them all back from the dead.
What's
But
with you and dead children?
I honestly had no idea how I was going to use this wand of glitter, and then it was
I-
like,
I
hey,
got
that
hey,
was-
an epic firework.
A wonderful way. There is so much glitter now in the city and in people's lungs.
That's not my problem.
Microplastics.
Microplastics are now.
Wow.
That's somebody else's problem.
That's another day.
Okay, so I really feel like
That
I'm,
was great.
I'm
Yeah.
getting my money's
Yeah.
worth. This
Absolutely.
And
is-
that was like, you know, we could have played 3 times as long or half as long.
Yeah.
It was just, the
But you can just
vibe.
keep going back to the well, picking new characters.
Yeah,
I
pick
love
new
this
characters, pick new
concept.
scenarios.
Love it.
And it's really interesting because, especially like the first time we ran it, like I had written up all these scenarios, but watching the way I ran them and then watching the way you ran them was like completely different. Like to me, it's like, well, obviously there's only one path I would take the scenario down, but like a different person would take it a completely different way, and then different players would take it a different way, and different characters would take it different items. It's like you could play the same scenario probably 50 times and get
Clearly,
50
you need the
different
most
solutions.
unhinged DM.
Yeah.
Play this.
Also, yeah, I do feel like between you and us, it is Chaos Central.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This was.
I mean, there were so many
Chaos is fun.
when we were playing with all like the strangers at the party, like there were so many moments where we'd get to a point in the game and they would just look me in the eye and say, "Is this where you thought this was going to go tonight?" And I said, "No. Like, how could I have possibly
That's
ever
the beauty of
predicted
it.
that this was going to be how this went?" And that's the fun of TTRPG is you just never.
there's
know.
an item called the Staff of Bunnies. If you touch something, it multiplies it. And
Mm.
so I was playing with a couple at the party, and they touched themselves to multiply themselves, then climbed on their own body out of a quicksand pit. So they killed their original self, and they kept doing that until they climbed out of. So they just sacrificed multiple versions of themselves.
Prestige.
They
themselves.
prestige themselves out of a trap.
It's
And-
like Multiple Man from Marvel Comics.
Like, and did it work? Yes.
Yeah.
Sure. That's not what I was expecting them to do with that, but
Truly.
that's
I
what
have,
happened.
I have
Really
questions
horribly.
about Multiple Man from Marvel Comics now.
So
What happens to all those
SPRPG
dudes?
I watched
is
Infinity
unhinged.
War and Endgame yesterday.
Or Hinged,
Doctor
if
Strange does.
you're not
There's
insane.
also like illusions or something.
That's
No,
fast.
we're just
You have to use the reality
We're
stone.
just unhinged.
up, so
Sorry.
Yeah.
Demon is Lord.
So welcome.
Unnecessary.
Thanks for coming on the show, guys.
No,
We're
that's
talking
it.
about our guests here.
Sorry that we unhinged the podcast.
Are you kidding? No, that's absolutely what we're looking
Exactly
for.
what we were hoping
So
for.
it just we're off. We're
Honestly,
floating.
iconic.
We haven't had a bad show with y'all on here, so
We love to talk.
yes, we love having y'all on. Okay, so 3 more days for Speedy RPG. Please go back it. You can have this kind of fun over and over again. This is
Yes.
awesome.
And it's like a way to convince your friends who've never done it to like, hey, instead of us sitting down and playing a 5-hour session of TTRPG that you don't really understand, and we're all gonna have to like, especially if you are a group where you don't have a DM either who really understands the rules, it's just like a card game. It's like any old board game. It takes 2 minutes to explain. You can just sit down with a group of people. You can play through 3 or 4 scenarios and then walk away.
Yeah.
And it took you an hour versus trying to like trudge through a full long
The
session
commitment.
with people who don't really get it or might not like it after 5 minutes. Like, well, it only takes 5 minutes to try it.
Yeah.
And then if people fall in love with it, then it's like, okay, well, the next time we can play a 5-hour real session.
It's
The
definitely something
concept
I'm
is
gonna
amazing.
yeah, it's definitely something I'm going to start bringing to board game nights with my friends.
Yeah, because you can play, and you can also tailor it to what people are interested in. Like, Casey tailored it to our chaos, right? Because that's what this couch is all about. So, like, let's make it chaotic. What turtle races, right? Like, so, but you know, you can make that work for anyone that you know. Like, you know who these people are. You know what their interests are. You know if they're a Marvel fan. So you want to make some Marvel references and that. Like, you can make it whatever you want it to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's also, like, on the flip side, if you're a person who already plays a lot of TTRPGs, it's a great, like, oh, I need an NPC that walks in. Let me just draw a card at random. It's this guy.
That's what I'm going to use it for.
Like, I need
more than anything else.
Like, hey,
items
they showed up in a
NPCs,
random town. I need a side quest. And that side quest is now wild sheep chase. There's sheep on the loose. Go get it. Like, it's a great, like, 5-second idea. Because now it's, like, an idea that has a couple of sentences, and it's like, oh, I can run with that for the next 20 minutes and, like, give the player something fun to do. Or a one-shot idea. There's tons of stuff in here that could be extrapolated into an entire 4-hour one-shot if you really wanted it to. And the characters are there, the items are there that they could find along the way, and then you can, you know, tie that back into your own game or something. So, I mean, it's great for people who don't know what they're doing and want a great place to begin, or if you just need ideas, you can just draw out of the deck and then use that for whatever you want. So.
And improv aids. Like, if you show up to your D&D session and half the people couldn't come or they're stuck in traffic or whatever, just play a couple rounds of Speedy RPG until everybody gets there, or so you don't have to cancel the session. You know, you can still enjoy hanging out with your friends and play a TTRPG, but just instead of advancing your own storyline, do something weird.
I like that as a break in case of emergency game that you
because it's small. I mean, it's literally, it just fits in a bag, throw it in a backpack, have a D20 with you. I mean, it's...
Who doesn't have a D20 with them already?
Yeah, it's all the time.
I
don't. I need to buy some
dice. When it started rolling badly, I was like, I have a D20 in my bag.
Don't look at me like that.
Yeah, I have a whole set in my bag right now.
Absolutely. Emergency purse dice.
I feel like
know
you're
when
judging
you're
me
playing
over
D&D, just like
Purse dice.
Yeah.
Doesn't everybody have emergency purse dice?
I have 2 sets. I have a full size and a mini set, depending on if I have enough space.
Depending on the vibe.
I was like, we were hanging out one
I'm
weekend
such a
and we go to
loser. I
like
only have one set.
a store that has dice, and she's all like, "You better buy some dice." And I was like, "Dude, you don't have to
say that.
You don't have to like talk to me in such a
No,
way."
is that
Fine,
really
I would
wrong?
buy some
Fine,
dice.
pull my leg.
Are you
Yeah.
at this point that you, like, don't own your own dice here
I
at
mean-
all? Like, are you 40-year-old virgining the dice purchase?
No, but you know,
We did have to wax him, so
Yeah. You don't have to build it up. Any dice.
I'm
never.
so sorry. I'm
If you
so
like
sorry.
the dice, then it's going to be a good experience. You know, if you.
Is that the message in the
Kinda.
4-year-old? I haven't seen it in a while. Is that the message in the
I don't
4-year-old?
I don't know. That
It's
happened
been
to
a very long
that happened to me
time.
once, and I never.
I just
I-
remember
Like,
the
it
waxing.
gets to be this, you know, a higher and higher tier of
Yeah.
thing that, like, people build it up, and then it's like, not worth doing.
But anyway, back to so Speedy RPG. 3 days left. Want to get just a couple more numbers just across the line. I think we can do it. Maybe just you're gonna get a lot more anyway. Like right before it closes.
Yeah, I think like around the end you'll kind of have like a big push, I think, of people who've like thought about it 2 months ago when it started and then realized that, oh, it's ending right now.
So
There's some money in it.
with that serious interest behind it and people willing to show up with their money to pay for this, what's the long term?
Once again, because I didn't know like how this was going to go at the beginning.
Apparently
Like,
people
that
want
was
it.
something I didn't even like think about. But then I started having like stores contacting me about wanting to put it in retail, and I was like, oh, that's a thing. And then a friend of mine was like, you should start asking like companies that like produce games if they would be willing to like produce it on a bigger scale and all this stuff. And I was like, oh gosh, is
Yeah,
this
and
like a thing now?
As somebody that backs a lot of action figure Kickstarters,
Yeah.
but I've seen a number of them actually become companies based off of those.
Yeah.
This is a good concept.
Yeah, I think this is, I've really seriously sat down and thought about like how to continue to expand upon it in the future. So I think my plan is like this Kickstarter ends, I fulfill it, we get it all through, and then maybe in another year we do a reprint with like 4 or 5 new expansions.
Yeah.
I have tons of ideas for like sci-fi and other things that I think people would be interested in to see, and maybe more, you know, it fitting into more different TTRPGs for people to use it in their own things and stuff like that. I have maximum ideas, so it probably will continue to be a thing.
I like to hear that.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm excited about it. I think it's Once again, I still haven't it hasn't fully set in yet.
In 3 days,
Maybe in 3 days, or maybe when I buy all these cards and they all show up at my house in 50 boxes, and then I just have a house full of stuff I have to ship.
Yeah, I will say I have some experience. I did a $10,000 Kickstarter a few years ago. It is when the stuff gets to your house and you're like, I should do things with all of these.
I got
That's
over
where it
200 things I'm gonna have to ship out, which I'm
that's where it hits.
oh, that's gonna be fun. So everyone is recruited. Everyone's invited to my house to ship orders.
Honestly, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
shipping
for
for
sure. I
sure.
think it'll be so fun. But I genuinely just thank you for also backing it and being one of the first people to support it. Because once again, I didn't know if this is a thing people cared about, and now 200 people care about it. So I'm genuinely happy to wherever camera I'm looking at. Thank you for backing it or even considering backing it. I'm just a girl.
Just saying.
I'm just a girl.
Maybe it gets on shelves and people can see it.
I'm just a girl standing in front of 200 people.
Saying your box will get there eventually.
Yeah, saying I'm one person shipping all your orders.
So the link will be in the comments. Please go back. Speedy RPG. Looks a lot of fun. Was a lot of fun. So there you go. This is your sales pitch right here.
Yeah.
Go watch our really terrible commercial we filmed.
Oh, it's
What
Get
do
a
you mean
hot
terrible?
that Astrid edited in the most glorious 90s terrible way imaginable.
That's
It's
perfect.
600 people have watched this. I have the stats of how many people have watched this commercial, and every
Well,
time
there
that
you go.
number goes up, I'm like, they're listening to my voicing over it and being embarrassed, and it was so fun though.
I'm proud of that video.
It's
I want it
it's our
shown at my
legacy.
funeral.
Well, we have all the information in the comments. Go back, Speedy RPG. Get your tickets for FateCon because it's going to be a blast. TTRPGs, and I think we're pretty much done with the show. Guys, thanks for coming on and talking about and playing some Speedy RPG with us. We can't wait for the con. Can't wait to get our stuff from the Kickstarter as well. In the meantime, please let everyone know where they can find you online.
We are Five-Sided Fates on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Our website is Five-Sided Fates or fate-con.com.
You're welcome.
Provided by y'all. I'm found under Kyrie Celeste on all that stuff too, or you can find me through Five-Sided Fates or any of their Instagrams as well.
Yep, I'm Blast and Astrid on Instagram, Blast and Astrid Cosplay on TikTok.
I am Little Jerbear 47, LILJERBEAR 47.
On everything ever since
Everything I've had
1996.
it forever. No
At
one can take
Consistency.
I will murder someone if they try to take my username. This is a threat.
I get all of you confused. I'm the Good Cass on Instagram.
I'm so confused.
Is that it?
We all look
Yeah.
I
completely
think it's just
different.
Instagram. I technically still have a Twitter, but
Nah,
Does
Does
I'm-
anyone have a Twitter?
I've just got
There
to
isn't a
still
Twitter
my
anymore.
name.
I have a Threads,
Mhm.
but I think it's under Moon Pies, which is my gamer handle.
I only keep Twitter to tease people. Anyway,
Mm.
you can find me at Jason the X on all social media.
Yep.
And of course, go to supercoolnerdshow.com. Did a write-up on X-Men 97 today.
Also find TikTok, Facebook, Instagram,
At
Blue Sky,
SCNS Live.
the other one, Threads. There we go.
Mhm.
I'll be about it.
Can I click the desk cam now?
Yeah, you can, absolutely. Tell them about your art.
No.
Post
You
a
can-
new
Look at
art!
the art.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Corodono Art. I still call it Twitter because I don't believe in X.
Aw.
Not you're fine.
Anyway, guys, that has been our show. I'd like to thank the Five-Sided Fates for coming on once again. Guys, we hope to see you again sometime. Otherwise, out there, guys, we will see you next Thursday. And as we always say around here, keep on nerding.
Good
Thank
job.
you.
You did it.
Do
Wow.
Keep on nerding. Do it.
Nerd.
I'm the face on buy tickets to FateCon.
Vote for Kennedy.
You still have the camera.
Wear a
It's funny, I
cosplay.
can't stop it.
We are cosplayers. That was the whole sentence.
What?
Wear a cosplay.
Wear
Oh, wear a
to FateCon.
We're
Oh.
influencers.